Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Love you so much. Praying for you, bro. Ricky, I can't tell how many people were talking about you this weekend in South Florida. And listen, we had a great time. But listen, check this out, Ricky. Here's the deal. The song of the day is so powerful. It's our girl, Yolanda Adams. The battle is not yours. It's the Lord's. Listen, all of us have haters who come for us that we don't sin for. All of us have people, watch this, who are attacking us and trying to jack us and hijack our blessings. All of us know something about those who come in our lives not to bless us, but trying to break us. And here's the deal. Yolanda Adams says, don't be tripping. The battle ain't yours. It's the Lord's. It's from a very wonderful passage of scripture in the Bible. That line right there that basically says, when you do what you can, God will handle what you cannot. Here it is. When you recognize that you have a responsibility to fulfill, sometimes that responsibility is faithfully waiting. Sometimes that responsibility is to take a stand. But whatever your responsibility is, just recognize that the consequences are controlled by God. I like that right there. God says you make the right choice, and then I will handle the consequences. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. I don't want y'all to give up because some clown came for you. Here's what you do. Turn not from God, but to God, and then watch God. Here it is. Prepare a table before you in the presence of folk that can't stand. You watch God take what they meant for evil and bring some amazing good out of it. Watch God say to you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So that's the word of the day. You keep on working with your head held high. And when folk come for you who you didn't send for, just know the battle is not yours. It's the Lord's. And they can't fight you and God, because you and God make up a majority.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Good morning, radio family. Here's what's happening in news. An American Airlines regional jet went down in the Potomac River near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport after colliding with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. This happened last night, prompting a multi-agency search and rescue operation. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, along with state and local officials, held a press conference just hours ago with a briefing on what they know so far.
Passenger plane coming to the airport here collided with a military helicopter. Our fire department, D.C. Fire and EMS, supported by fire departments and police departments from across the Washington metropolitan region, are executing a rescue operation in the Potomac River.
That had to be the fault of the helicopter. Because
from the video, it looks like it.
Yeah. The flights are the planes are on a flight pattern, and then when you're getting ready to land, you on this little thing where this thing actually guide the plane down to the runway, and so that had to be the fault of the helicopter. I don't see it no other way unless somebody tell me something different, but I can probably 90% sure that's the fault of the helicopter in the way of the air traffic.
Yeah, it looked like it. Just so sad thinking about all of the people on that aircraft and so close to landing. And then that happens. Some 19 aircraft that were in the air and due to land at Reagan National Airport had to be diverted to an airport in Virginia. Reagan National will be closed until at least 11 a.m., but officials say the situation is fluid. Of course, this is a developing story, and we will continue to provide you with updates on air and online at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a lead story trending on the front page. For more news and updates, Visit us on the web again at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now it's time to take a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
I sure am, man. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is thinking about shortening NBA games to 40 minutes by going from 12-minute quarters down to 10-minute quarters. The NBA is the only league that plays 48-minute games. I like the 12-minute quarters personally. I think they should, the NCAA and all the other leagues should increase their minutes from 10 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. One question I get asked a lot on social media is, do I think that Bronny James should be playing in the NBA right now? My short answer is absolutely not. But Stephen A. Smith explained it perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm really, really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be towards LeBron James. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong.
That's it. Just go to the G League.
I agree.
Keep developing. Keep
But
getting better.
They got doggone Bryce ain't nothing to play with, though.
Listen, Bryce. The
Bryce.
younger brother, he developed later than Bronny. See, Bronny developed early when he was 12, 13.
Yeah. But Bryce got that dog
Come
in
on,
him.
dog. Yes, sir.
You saw that dude block that dude's shot? Man.
Bryce James.
Hey, man, say, man.
Listen,
hey,
man. No, Bryce going to be there. They going to do it right with Bryce. I guarantee they're going to take his time. He's going to go to college. He's going to spend the college for a couple years. But, yeah, it's all to the good, man. We'll get into it more. Brittany Tat, good morning. What's happening?
Artists in L.A. are coming together tonight to benefit the victims of the L.A. wildfires. I got the details up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 for the top of the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. The Fire Aid benefit concert supporting victims of the LA fires will take place tonight. This event is happening at two venues, actually, with artists like Earth, Wind & Fire, Lady Gaga, Lil Baby, Stevie Wonder, Sting, and others performing at the Intuit Dome. And then Anderson .Paak, John Mayer, Joni Mitchell, Pink, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and a lot of others will be performing at the Kia Forum. And you can check it out in select movie theaters or streaming on major platforms. All proceeds will go to benefit fire aid relief efforts. Meanwhile, the Game is speaking out about the residents of Altadena. He says that they are not okay. Check this out.
You know, a lot of my friends that are out of town have been sending love and care and saying, you know, the fires are contained now. You guys are okay. And I'm like, nah, we're not okay. And when I say we, I mean everyone has been affected, right? Either physically, emotionally, you know, people have lost everything. Just think about your home, right? Anything that feels like home to you, imagine that just being wiped away.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is also stepping up to help. Just yesterday, he just dropped some exclusive merchandise in advance of his halftime performance during the big game on February 9th. He's got satin jackets, hoodies, T-shirts, jerseys, and shorts with prices ranging from $55 to $750. And all those proceeds as well will go toward helping those affected by the wildfires in Los Angeles. So that's pretty cool to put out merch and try to help everybody. You know, they doing what they can, I'm sure, and I know a lot of people were affected by that.
Yeah, I got word yesterday that the fires have settled down and stuff, man, and I just hope that it never happens again. That was just absolutely devastating, something that I would never expect to see in my lifetime. But when you're dealing with global warming, global warming, it's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening as far as nature. So I'm scared.
Me too, because then on the news they said, well, it was going to start to rain, but then that could create mudslides. I'm like, well, I thought they needed the rain, but then that could create another problem. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more stories, for more information on those stories, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Coming up next, we got that news you absolutely positively cannot use with Special K. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and it's about that time. 10 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news you can't use. What up, K?
Hey, what up, Rick? I'm starting to feel some kind of way about that little intro, too. I don't know.
What intro?
I don't be lying. I be telling the truth.
No, tell them.
Don't put it out there. I be telling the truth. All right, so today I got back by popular demand, Gary, questions that can't nobody answer.
Oh, really?
Especially you. Let's start it off with this one. Is the S or the C silent in the word sent?
Is what?
The C.
Is the S or the C silent in the word sent? How about this one, Rock? When you buy a bigger bed, you get more bedroom, but less bedroom. So which one actually increased?
I like that. That's pretty funny.
Now, if Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place? Hey, Brat, why do we say tuna fish but not chicken bird? Maria, you been to college? If two mind readers are reading each other's minds at the exact same time, whose thoughts are they reading? When does now end and then begin? Taylor, when you clean a vacuum cleaner, don't you become the vacuum cleaner? Gary, if you were supposed to do something tomorrow but you didn't do it, then when were you actually supposed to do it? Ricky, you comfortable in the kitchen? If you put one lasagna on top of another lasagna, do you have one lasagna or two lasagnas? What's the point of washing bath towels? Aren't we clean when we use them?
Right.
Why do fat chance and slim chance mean exactly the same thing?
Same thing.
Rock T, why do we say working like a dog when dogs don't have jobs?
Let's talk about people you should leave alone in the church and why. Number one top culprit of all drummers, leave a drummer alone. He just want to take you in the tent like Abraham. He want to take you down. He want to take you down all around, take you down to hell, all of that. So leave him alone. The piano player want to get you pregnant. Please leave the preacher's kids alone. I am a preacher's kid. We're going to show you the love of God, but then you're going to be like, dang, that was Lucifer the whole time. It was a devil in disguise. A wolf in sheep clothing. You're going to be mad. Sound engineer alone. Sound engineers are weird, and they be cheating. They play sounds in everybody's house, except their own house. Leave the bass and the acoustic player alone. Please leave them alone. They play everybody's strings, and they smooth talkers too.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful.
Here's what's happening in celebrity news, Ricky. Megan Thee Stallion, baby, she is finally, y'all, speaking out, honey. She said it is definitely, y'all, a misconception, honey, that fans, honey, think that she is tall. Now, Megan, she spoke to a street reporter, y'all, in Paris, France. You know, she was attending the Fashion Week, and she responded to a reporter, y'all, asking her, what is a misconception or what is a common misconception about her? And she said, people be thinking like, oh, now, honey, I love my tall queens because we are stallions. We are long-legged, thick queens. But here's what she had to say.
I feel like guys always be like editing my pictures so I look bigger than everybody else. Like, I ain't like that damn tall. Cause these men are small. Like, a lot of your favorite rappers are tiny.
Yeah, she said, now, Ricky, this is the truth. She said a lot of rappers, y'all, have that Napoleon complex because they're shorter than the average man. She said maybe that's why, honey, they become rappers so they could feel like big men on the microphone. Now, she said the following rappers are 5'8" and under, and here you go. Kendrick Lamar, T.I., Kanye West, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Wayne, Nelly, Tory Lanez, Ludacris, Tyga, The Baby, Boosie, Big Sean, 21 Savage, The Brat, Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, and Plies.
Now, you're just being messy, just going to throw the bread in there.
Oh, no, they put her in there.
Really?
Oh, yes, they put the bread in there, honey. Yes,
No.
Lord, they put it in there. So, so they say, she said this, though. She said these guys want to, they have that Napoleon complex.
I'm glad I'm 5'9".
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's the truth. And all those guys are short. They're shorter. So,
Did anybody respond?
Yeah, but none of them respond yet. Because
Well,
Megan
how tall is Meg Thee Stallion?
She
she's like 5'10", right?
Yeah,
Is she about 5'10"?
Yeah, she said she ain't
nice
tall.
hoe.
Yeah, not talking. That's too tall.
No, it ain't. No, the hell it ain't. I done dated somebody 5'10", 5'5", yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations to her. So that's good she's setting the record straight and, and named all the people and stuff. So congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, oh my God, Gabrielle Union, baby, she was also in Paris, honey. She attended y'all the Schiaparelli Haute Couture Spring Summer 2025 runway, and a lot of people saying, honey, she looked amazing. But people are saying they are begging y'all, Gabrielle Union, honey, to just come back with her original face, honey. They say this girl's face has changed tremendously, and people are saying, honey, they hardly recognize her and whatever. And that's been said once before, but they're saying her face. They say she was all raised with all the people that usually change their face. They always say that they were once beautiful before, but now she changed her face. Allegedly, they're saying people just not recognizing her, but they say, but she still looks great though. They say she's almost skin and bones, Ricky.
Who?
Yes, honey, Gabrielle Union.
You should see LaToya Jackson.
Oh, Lord. Yeah,
she looks like a stick figure.
Man, if somebody don't rush her a hamburger over there.
Like, real. She like somebody just drew her on some paper and cut it out.
And they did what?
Cut it out. You draw a stick figure on paper and cut it out.
Man, LaToya Jackson. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Now, when you talking about when that come up on my timeline, I immediately start scrolling. I started to send it to you, but you don't never damn respond. I sent you some yesterday. But that LaToya Jackson, them videos with her in the bathroom, her and Katherine Jackson. Y'all ain't been seeing the LaToya Jackson videos?
Yeah.
Yes.
But she looked more like Michael though on those pictures.
No, she
just
don't.
looked very skinny.
Man, somebody just got to go a bunch of Uber Eats, just a line of cars in front of her house. They need to drop off all that food. She need to eat, Gary.
That's how they be wanting to be though.
Exactly. That's that Hollywood look.
Skinny like that.
Yeah. That's how Tori, what's her name? Tori Spelling look now.
Yeah,
just all bones.
All bones.
But as you get older, your skin kind of hang a little bit, but you ain't got no meat to put inside the skin.
And you need that meat back. Trust me.
And it look like you melting like a candle.
We black man, we like to see some meat on that bone.
No, y'all don't. That's why a lot of African American women. That's why a lot of black women are turning to these skinny figures because y'all black men turn into white women. That's what they are, and honey, so they say, well, hell, we got to be that way too, and this is why they doing that.
Every black man I know likes some meat on them bones.
And then he go get him some skin bones, honey. After he leave the meat.
Come in that damn room looking like Tales from the Crips. The hell you will.
I'm trying to make my wife gain 50 pounds.
You got her thong and the thong sagging. No, ma'am.
If you do something, we can do something.
Yeah. But you know what? Though? I mean, but it's just a sad thing. But you know what, Ricky? They're calling it heroin chic. Now, heroin chic is a style popularized in the early 1990s fashion and characterized by pale skin, dark circles underneath the eyes, emaciated features, honey, androgyny, and all that other good look. And that's what African American men are turning to now. This is what a black woman is starting to do that.
I don't know what African American men.
She want to keep her man.
Nope.
No, sir. We cool. We good.
Okay. Well, we gonna follow y'all, honey, in 2025 and see how that turn out. The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Italian plum. On the high end, you say Italian plum, and on the low end, you say purple. That's your color.
On the low end, say what? Purple. Oh, what, Gary?
Italian plum, and the color, the low end is purple.
Yeah, purple.
Purple?
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
Purple.
Get off this radio.
Ain't nobody saying purple. They saying purple. You got it, honey.
Oh, you know.
Ain't nobody saying that.
Sis it up a whole color. Y'all give us the Gary with the tea.
I wish I would go in the store and say purple and get thrown out, honey. Purple.
Wow. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got the wake up calls. Y'all getting me right now. 866-9RICKEY. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it because they woke you up this morning. Slid you in your house shoes. Go with me better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Show the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us. Just wake up.
This is Osha Tyler from Houston, Texas, giving a wake-up call to my wife, Janice Shaw Tyler, to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up, wake up, wake up, H-Town.
My name is Tashayla Lee. I'm calling from North Carolina, and I just want to wake up my family in North Carolina. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Hey, good morning. This is your boy, Deshaun. I just want to say good morning and wake up to all the good bros and all the good bros of the Zeta Mu New chapter of Omega Psi Phi. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is John D. from Jamaica, Queens, calling to tell my daughter, Shireen from Patchogue, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we going to let them know.
Let 'em know
Kansas
then.
City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Let's wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, thank you, Brat.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Listen, all 2025, we are keeping you informed on how you can keep your health and wellness on track. And joining us this morning from the Health and Human Services Department, we have Dr. Kimberly Jeffries Leonard.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to be here to talk about, starting the new year off right, having a healthy lifestyle and the things that we can do, to ease into this new year in a healthy way.
Well, you know what, Dr. Kimberly Leonard, when most people think of a healthy lifestyle, they often picture like restrictive diets or intense workout plans. How can people take small, manageable steps toward better health without feeling overwhelmed or deprived?
We don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. We don't want anybody to feel deprived. And, a lot of times when people feel like that, that's what happens when we stop and that we stop doing these things. And so what we want to do is take these little small steps, like basically like meal prepping and just adding a few little things like more nutrients, greens, whole grains, lean proteins. Just make a few changes on a few meals every day. That will make a big difference. It's important to get enough sleep. Sleep is critical for so many health reasons. They're starting to have data that ties lack of sleep to chronic disease, dementia. Mental health is critical. Let me say that again. Mental health is health. Please take care of your mental health. And so many things that we can do, seeing counselors and psychologists, but just taking time out not to be stressed and making sure that in January, this new year, we stay up to date on our checkups, our health screenings, and our vaccines. That's very important.
Ooh, yes, that is so good. And let's stay there because, maintaining our health also requires us to take preventative measures. Now, when it comes to respiratory viruses like COVID-19, the flu, and RSV, they are common, especially during peak seasons like the winter. So tell us why it's important for people to keep their defenses up against these illnesses.
Well, when you look at these infections from viruses like you said, COVID-19, the flu, RSV, you see this surge in the winter. And the reason why you see this uptick in the winter is because most of the time we're indoors. It's cold outside, and those of us who live in places that it's cold, we're gathering more as families. When we're indoors, there's less ventilation in the winter. It makes it easier for viruses to pass from person to person. And some of these viruses like COVID-19, they survive longer. They spread faster in colder temperatures, and cold and dry air can make it harder for the body to fight off these illnesses. So when we talk about these things peaking in the winter, we want to make sure that we are getting these vaccines. They're available, and it's really the best protection against severe disease, especially for people who are at risk for hospitalizations, people who are older, who have suppressed immune systems, or babies, or people with chronic diseases. We live more frequently in intergenerational society. And most of us, we have people in our families from babies. I know my mom is here and she's 92, and I got 28-year-old, 23-year-old in and out. And so when we get vaccines and we take these measures, we are protecting ourselves, but we're also protecting those family and friends that are around us and that we love.
Well, Dr. Leonard, can you help us create like a proactive health mindset that's not just medical, but also that includes lifestyle habits and support long-term wellness and resilience?
Yeah, we want to have a mindset that is really around holistic approach and long-term, because some of the things that we do today can impact what happens to our health down the road. So what we want to make sure we're doing is putting systems in place, putting things in place that keep us healthy throughout the lifespan. And so we want to set goals for ourselves. We want to make sure that we know what's realistic for our schedule. We want to break them down into little steps. We talk about baby steps, just like we were talking about easing into these routines, making sure that we are eating well. Eat well, people, please. Get you a nutritional and a balanced diet. Cut out a lot of the sugar and the things that we eat. This is the perfect time to do it in January. Get regular physical activity. Sometimes just walking is very helpful. Again, get your sleep. Sleep is important, and then manage your stress.
Dr. Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And where can people get more information on what the Health and Human Services Department has going on? Where can they find you?
Well, if you want to get information on vaccines, you can go to vaccines.gov, and that will give you information on these vaccines. But then HHS.gov will also give you information on just holistic health globally. And so thank you again for letting me come and talk to you about how we ease into the new year in a healthy way.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Dr. Kimberly Jeffries Leonard. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Sponsored by Health and Human Services.
Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Black Tony, what's up?
Man, I'm so tired right now. I'm so tired right now.
What's going on?
Y'all, these damn horses still running. These horses still running. On that horse and carry ride, what I got on?
John, from yesterday?
No, yo. It was from Tuesday night, y'all. They still running.
But they
jump off. Just jump
like
off.
Virginia. You in like Virginia or something?
No, we in. I think we in Nashville. So right on.
What street y'all on? Where y'all at?
Hold on, I'm trying to look around. To see where we might be at.
Are you on the highway?
Yo, we on the highway. It say the exit by Clarkville Pike. It look like the hood. Clarkville Pike. In Nashville. It's over there by the hood. I see a Family Dollar. And all those on the check heads and stuff. So, man, these horses don't stop running.
Tell the horses to get back on, get on 65 South.
Shot, I can't tell these horses what way to run.
Oh, that sure can't. My bad.
They sound like they slowed down a little bit, though.
They getting tired. They been running for 28 hours, so. But they still running too fast for me to jump off. If I jump off, I'm going to break my leg or something. So, man, please call the Highway Patrol in Tennessee.
Hey, you want me to call somebody from, let me see who I know in Nashville. Anybody from Zany's or Bishop Walker Church? Anybody from Mount Zion? Tell us where you at. I get somebody from Mount Zion.
Hey, where Bishop Walker Church at?
Bishop Walker Church is off of Old Hickory, I think.
We just passed that a few minutes ago.
That means y'all headed into Louisville.
Yeah. We about to go. Hold on, it's a big old bridge coming up. It's a big bridge coming up. What that's it? It's a big metal bridge, a big iron, like a iron bridge.
The only bridge coming up is you going into Cincinnati, coming out of Kentucky.
Yo, I see.
What do you see? What do you see on the right of the bridge?
It's a big stadium. That's where the Bengals play at.
Too bad football season over, dog. Almost.
Yeah, that's the Bengals stadium. Y'all coming across that bridge?
Yo, we're going across the bridge right now.
Yeah, right there. To the right, when you get off go down. See if you can get the horses to get off and go downtown to Fountain Square and get somebody to come down there.
Yeah.
I gotta please, horses, will y'all please stop running, please? I just want to go to work.
Oh man. Hey. Yeah, cry, man. Let it out, dog.
Somebody come shoot these damn horses.
My ideal first date?
I'm saying.
I want to go on a yacht.
Who?
I'm saying first date.
Yeah, a yacht. Yeah, like you guys take me on a yacht and we have a private dinner with a chef, and I want a Birkin bag sitting at the table for me with 1,000 roses, a bouquet of 1,000 roses with $100 bills each on every rose.
On every rose?
On every rose. And then I want a booked trip out to Cancun. Fully booked.
Fully booked?
Yeah.
Hold it!
He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 4 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. A lot of people saying, baby, Beyonce is putting some fire, honey, under Jay-Z. And this case that he's been going through, honey, and they say she wants some results. And it looked like, y'all, Jay-Z may be about to get some results. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Jay-Z has increased, y'all, his calls for a court to sanction this attorney, y'all, Tony Busby, the lawyer that's representing numerous people accusing Diddy of a variety of sexual misdeeds, with Jay's side, honey, blasting him for not even meeting with his clients, y'all, before he even filed the complaint, y'all. And they say this lawyer ain't backing up, but they're saying that the rapper's new legal docs in support of his motion were filed earlier this month asking for sanctions against Busby. And, y'all, in it, they're saying that Jay-Z's team points out that Tony now he's admitting, listen to this, Rick, y'all, they say he's admitting that he ain't never even met with the doggone person suing him before he signed off on the complaint. That is ridiculous. That goes to show you what these lawyers do. They just go run and grab these people. Somebody can say anything about you, and they like, well, girl, let me go get an interview with him. Let me go get him honey, and file this case on you and stuff. And he ain't never even met with the doggone woman. That is ridiculous, and that's how a lot of innocent people, go to jail. So it's obvious, I guess, look like we did it, then maybe he didn't do what Jay-Z's doing, because Jay-Z not about to be a part of that mess. So, honey, he's definitely going through what he needs to go through, but Diddy is still, in jail and stuff and whatever. And I guess whatever the people said against him, they going with it or what have you. They got some proof to prove that, yeah, it allegedly really happened. So, we're going to follow that story and see how that all turned out, because right now it's just not a good look, and they still keeping Diddy in jail, and it's almost a year. So, and his kids had birthday parties, and they was doing all kind of social media and stuff. I don't know if it's to keep a check coming in or whatever, but nevertheless, he's still in jail, and Jay-Z's about to fight, honey. So we're going to see, because he got Beyonce in his corner, and honey, Beyonce's from Houston, and those Houston girls don't play. All right, moving on. Ooh, Cardi B, baby. Ricky, the girls are talking. All the girls, they say they are running to try to find out, honey, who Cardi B went to, honey, for this latest invention she got. It's being reported, y'all, that the Please Me rapper is no stranger, baby, to doing something out of the ordinary. So recently, y'all, they're saying she is showing off her latest body modification. Now, recently, they're saying Cardi B took to X, honey, to announce that she got another piercing, revealing a location that had a lot of her fans, honey, questioning how it was possible. So she said, she let the world know, I got my butt creek pierced. And Cardi wrote that on social media platform, sparking a bunch of confused replies from her fans and stuff. And, a lot of girls say, well, girl, how'd you do it? And they say, Cardi, honey, she's doing wonderful things now. And, she's putting her money where her mouth is. And this is what she did. And a lot of the girls and the queens are even doing this now. So I think that's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Ricky, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That's just ridiculous.
Gary, what made you scream at the beginning of the story? What's so shocking about all of this to you?
Ricky,
what got your nerves bad?
Because that's just ridiculous. I just can't say what I want to say. That's just ridiculous.
Say it.
How in the hell she wipe? How do you wipe with your butt crack pierced and stuff, and with diamonds and stuff like that?
You dab.
Yeah.
I guess.
Who's going to look at that and see?
They got bidets now.
Yeah, they got bidets, but still, Ricky.
Like a washing machine up under the toilet.
I don't think that's what a bidet is.
Rubbing bubbles. Yes, Lord.
Especially put some Dawn liquid down in the toilet before you sit down.
My God.
You got a whole bath, your whole bottom clean. Sat there for hours. Judy had to come get me out of there.
My Lord.
Smooth, Jack.
Oh, God. Stupid.
But do you think that's just too much money? When you got too much money, you just do something crazy?
You do what you want to do, Gary. I mean, you do what you want to do. You don't prefer that, so that's not your thing. But if that's somebody's thing and they love piercings, and they doing different things, then you more power to them. They got money to do it. They can do whatever they want to their body, to their whatever. It might look. She might like it. It might look good to whoever she messes with.
Yeah, Claire's. Yeah. My friend David, his grandparents founded Claire's story. My friend David is the grandson of Claire's. So once you go to Claire's and get over there in the chair by the window when you walk in the store, and spread them open and they pierce it.
Yeah, just pierce it, honey.
Right there in the store, huh?
I'm sure this is
pretty sure
that's
not where she got it
done.
Because
they don't let you go in the back. They're going to do it right out there in the front of the aisle, too.
This wouldn't happen.
Right next to Bed Bath & Beyond. Bath and Body Works, that's the one that's in the mall. Bath and Body Works.
Yeah. So what you spread them on aisle 2, and then they got a dude in there. He put on a welder's mask.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Kids footlock on the other side. So little kids coming out. You bent over. You bent over that.
Oh man.
No.
Yes, baby.
Man, damn.
Yes, honey.
Oh, my God.
There's a leak in that old building, honey. Yeah. Yes. All right, Miss Carter, but girl, I'm going to let y'all know if I'm going to get mine done then.
Oh, Lord, Gary.
Now,
That's the way you just talked about it. You better not.
Well, it sounds good then, Charles. I guess I could
Some
go
old lady gonna be at the house. She gonna see that store. She gonna get inspired. She gonna go get 2 of them clip-on earrings, and she gonna try and wear it to church.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is a Italian plum. On the high end, you say Italian plum, and on the low end, you say purple. Italian.
Oh, God. Italian. What?
And on the low end is purple.
Purple.
Oh, Lord.
Man, not purple, purple.
Not Italian plum. Italian. What? Italian.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now, sometimes most parents feel as if they know what's best for their kids, which might lead to difficult decisions and ultimatums.
Yeah, Ricky, a mother is going viral for giving her adult sons a condition of losing their inheritance if they get any woman pregnant out of marriage. She believes that most boys are comfortable having babies out of wedlock, and she says they have zero standards and expectations, saying you have to reward good behavior decisions.
Now, many people supported the mother and said that she is teaching her sons responsibility and to have standards. Others are criticizing the mother, saying it was unrealistic to put this kind of demand on anyone, especially your children.
So this morning, we want to know, is the mother right for setting this type of ultimatum, or is she going too far and trying to control her children? Maria, you have sons. I want to ask you, jump in on this one right here, see what your thoughts.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm locking you out of your inheritance, I'm also locking my grandchildren out of it. So I think it's kind of a catch-22.
Yeah.
You never know what the future holds and what are the conditions of the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Special K, you got 2 sons.
I don't see anything wrong with her setting that as a standard, as a condition to say, hey, to give them a little bit more motivation to be responsible in how they, conduct themselves. I think she's reasonable.
Now, Gary, you got a son on Facebook that look like you that we think is your son. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, honey, no, you're not going to have kids scattered all over the damn creation and stuff. And then, honey, if I die before you taking my money and money going all over the place. And you have one of the kids' mama might be bumquisha, and honey, just take the money from you and do all whatever with it and stuff. No, if I worked hard for my money, and I want you to have it and to live a better life, that's how I want it. I don't want it all over the creation. So no.
All right, Brat, you got a son?
Well, if that's the mother's wishes, if that's what she wants to do, I think that's what it's going to be. She controls it. She's setting it. If they want that inheritance, they got to follow her rules. If not, they can go try to figure out life some other kind of way.
Rock Teasy.
Already, man. I see both sides of it because she worked hard to build wealth, obviously, and she want to make sure that the wealth she's built is going to a good place and not going to be taken advantage of.
Not getting watered down.
Absolutely.
And stuff. Yeah. Y'all ain't believe it or not, I change my will probably every month. and you can.
Yeah.
And you can sit there and type and make a video, man, because when you start getting these adult kids that become crazy acting and entitled and all that kind of stuff, you done worked your ass off, and you be wondering like, okay, if I die and you got a bad attitude, how are you going to treat the other siblings? How you going to treat the other kids? And I can't tell you how many times I've been in situations like that when someone passed away and have somebody be mean-spirited, in a time of grief and bereavement, which we're going through now. And I have to say that my aunt has been absolutely gracious to the family and including everybody on everything as we go through this process or whatever. But then you got to sit down and take care of business and decide who get what. You know what I'm saying? And what I have personally done is just left most of the stuff to the calm kids, the kids that's thoughtful, the kids that's peaceful, and that's going to sit down and make a right decision and or whatever. And then I got one that can't even be in the room at all when decisions are being made at all. Would never. Can't be nowhere near the room when decisions being made, because that damn mouth and that attitude is absolutely horrific, and she would disturb everything that's peaceful. She'll get what she get, but you can't be in the room and be involved in no decision because your temperament is just absolutely outright off, and your temper is bad. And so I'm not going to impose that on the other kids that try to be respectful and do the right thing. And everybody, y'all need to make videos. Write this stuff down. Write you out a will. Put stuff, people in place, and a little small board. It could be your college roommate, your best friend, your sorority sister, or whoever that's gonna sit down and make the right decision and disburse the money properly or whatever. But as far as that's the mother's boundary, that's her decision. I agree with the mother if that's what she said for them. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
I think that she's right for doing that. These kids, they need to be born, in a two-parent household.
Jessica Faiza, I think that it's a great idea. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Holding your kids to a standard, it gives them an incentive to say, okay, let me at least do the right thing. The downside is they could do trash, like have the girls get abortions, but hopefully they do the right thing.
I love what she's doing. I would have got more motivation to keep these legs closed if I had the same deal.
I believe she's not going too far, and I'm from Ocala, Florida. And the reason I say she's not going too far, because in the long run, we're trying to set examples for our kids. And honestly, it's a good thing to say, hey, get out here, get married, go through your marriage at least a couple years before you try to bring children into a family.
My name is Leo, and I'm calling from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and I don't think she's wrong. I wish a lot of parents would do it. I wish I've done it with my kids. I wish I had the money to do it with my kids. Then I won't have grandkids all over the place being put in court for child support.
Well, she went too far. I'm calling from Houston. She went too far, but if they want to make sure they get their money, they just need to stock up on some Plan B pills.
The mother is right. It's time for us to raise the standard, and if it takes their inheritance to motivate them, then she's in the right.
Gary, I'm real disappointed that you don't have me in your will. That thing bothers me every morning I wake up. Hurtful.
Well, Ricky, it's gonna be all right, because since you just said you change yours every so many months, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go back to mine and say, well, I'm gonna go ahead on and include you. But
I appreciate that.
It's gonna be to a minimum.
I know your dad left you some money, but you be holding back. But
yes, Lord, honey, and I'm still enjoying it. And every time I go home, I go to his grave, honey, and say my prayer, honey.
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to laugh while you said that. Hey, and then I got left at the cemetery at your dad's funeral. I don't know how. I don't know how
they left y'all.
I was out there by myself, and I just got left at the cemetery, and some man just came along and lowered your dad's body into the ground, and I'm just standing there texting people to come back and pick me up.
How did that happen, though, Ricky?
I don't know.
Keenan was driving, y'all.
I think I rode with Tamika. I don't know if I rode with the morning show, but I was supposed to catch a ride back with Tamika. And I just got left out there, and I'm just standing there at your dad's grave, and some old man came and twisted this little thing and watched your daddy casket go into the ground, and I said, this cannot be freaking happening.
And you was still the only one out there, because Rotita Ma was gone and everything.
Gary, I was scared. I was scared as hell. Y'all come get me out this damn cemetery. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What's up, good brother? What's up, everybody? Good to be with you all. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Listen, I was listening the other day when you had Ben Crump on talking about DEI and what the future of DEI is and where things are, and the protest or the that's going on against Target, and I think maybe potentially other companies. And I wanted to just be clear, Rick. I think we're not all having the same conversation, and I think we need to, if we're going to be serious about how we weather what's happening, as well as how we elevate to a whole nother level. DEI was not created for us. and I want to be really clear, like DEI is like the great-grandchild or the grandchild of the Civil Rights Act. And so what we got to realize is when the Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964, it created this arc where we went from the legislating equality to give us access that slavery had taken away, Jim Crow had taken away, legal segregation had taken away. And to begin to right those wrongs, you needed policy to do that. And following that, we saw in the 1970s something that was called the birth of affirmative action. And affirmative action was really trying to hit companies about how they hired and universities about how they did admission. And many people remember quotas, and it was really all about quotas. How many people, what's the percentage of people that you need to hire? It didn't really go too far beyond that. And then you started dealing with set-asides, especially at the municipal level or the government level, where you gave opportunities to get contracts for primarily people of color. And then as a result, women were included and then others were included. And so all of these things were the parents of DEI. And so DEI wasn't created by black people to be what we needed. It was the evolution of almost forced policy. And I don't know about you, but forced policy doesn't create moral conversions in people. Often it just creates resentment.
Right.
And what we saw is that one of the worst things that ever happened to DEI was George Floyd. And some of you will be like, what in the hell are you talking about? Well, because we then saw commitments and money that didn't make sense. So when you think about the federal government, that's one thing. When you think about corporations, that's something else. And DEI was never really part of the money. It was about programs and training on the corporate side. The vast majority of really dope and really wonderful DEI practitioners had never managed P&L. So their DEI strategy was never about the business. It was about training. It was about programs. It was about belonging. It was about feeling good. And from a moral perspective, Rick, I think all those things matter. But in a capitalist country, there's no real, if your business program doesn't have KPIs, which are your goals, doesn't have performance evaluation and bonus structure attached to it, then it never becomes a real business program. And so you had people inside companies that never understood what DEI was actually about from a business perspective. And you know what we didn't do? A lot of us didn't do in 2020 was we didn't challenge companies to say, don't give a single thing unless it aligns with your values, it aligns with your consumers, and it aligns with your growth. Because when you do it that way, Rick, that way you can continue it from a business perspective. And guess what? I don't know a single business, I don't care where you are, that's a B2C business that their growth is going to be around white men. Every single company is trying to get more into Southeast Asia, into South America, into Sub-Saharan Africa, into black and brown people in Europe and America. The future of their money is not in white men. So we need to stop having, I agree that we should do this for moral reasons, but we live in a country that is moved by money. And if we don't position ourselves as partners that help make people money, then we're always going to position ourselves as beggars that want their charity. And that's not sustainable. And so we're going to talk about this some more, Rick, as we go on, because this is clearly not over, and we got to figure out what our strategy is on the corporate level. And some of you out there will be activists, some will be policy, some will be business and finance, and we won't all be doing the same thing, but we will be fighting for our power on the other side. And so more to come, Rick. I really want to dive into this, and I want to help folks understand where they can play. So even as we're surviving what's happening under the Trump administration, we're coming out on the other side with a better strategy of what equity for us looks like, because it's actually still better for the country.
I know that's right. That's good stuff, Jeff. And Jeff, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Love y'all, man. Have a beautiful Thursday. Be good to yourselves and the people around you.
Appreciate you, Jeff. Love you, big dog. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, party people, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, radio family. Here's what's happening in news. An American Airlines regional jet went down in the Potomac River near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport after colliding with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter on Wednesday night, prompting a multi-agency search and rescue operation. Now, the D.C. Fire and EMS chief gave a very disheartening update this hour.
Despite all those efforts, we are now at a point where we are switching from a rescue operation to a recovery operation. At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident. And we have recovered 27 people from the plane and 1 from the helicopter.
Hey, Maria, that is so disturbing. And I'm thinking that plane probably landed in that river like that other plane, and they were going to be able to save the passengers. But unfortunately, it was a collision.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how that happened. And that was a Black Hawk helicopter, and it had United States ice figure skaters on that plane that they was coming back from an event in Kansas.
Yeah, training in Wichita. They were all there with their coaches. And, President Trump, posted on social media overnight saying this is a bad situation. It looks like it could have been prevented. And, Ricky, there's audio of the air traffic control trying to communicate with the helicopter. 30 seconds before the crash, they made multiple attempts, and the people in the helicopter did not respond. And now the transportation secretary, I don't know, he's saying that it could have been prevented.
They said, I got some information that the helicopter pilots was using night vision goggles. Both aircraft were near a runway that wasn't normally used, and the Black Hawk helicopter have a similar history of accidents. And that's what somebody texted me this morning. It's crazy. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure that we're going to continue to get more information in the coming days. So we'll continue to keep you updated, of course, on the radio and at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. That is the top story trending on the front page. Rock T, it's time for sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Show is, man. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is thinking about shortening the NBA games to 40 minutes by going from 12-minute quarters down to 10-minute quarters. And the NBA is the only league that plays 48 minutes at the current moment. And I like the 12-minute quarters, man. I think you should keep it the same. And let's increase the NCAA from 10 to 12 minutes. Let's increase the game a little bit. So I don't know if I agree with that.
Don't you think that your knees going to be hurt?
Nah, man, 12-minute quarters is perfect. That's a perfect length, man. 10 is cool, but I like them 12-minute quarters, man. Keep it the same, Adam Silver. Don't change nothing.
Get that damn game all night. Yeah, people got to go to bed.
Former NFL coach Bill Belichick, dog, he thinks that it may be time for the NFL Super Bowl trophy to be renamed. The current name is after Green Bay Packers legendary head coach Vince Lombardi. It's called the Lombardi Trophy. And Bill Belichick says the players win championships, not the coaches. The trophy should be named after Tom Brady. He got 7 of them.
You crazy as hell.
You don't think so?
Man, Vince Lombardi, in the history, him with the Green Bay Packers, and it was in the first Super Bowl and all that kind of, there's too much history behind it. Now, what they going to do with the trophy when Patrick Mahomes win more championships than Tom Brady?
You have to change it to Patrick Mahomes, the Mahomes trophy.
Plus, the quarterback don't win it by himself.
Good points. Well, exactly. I get asked this question a lot, y'all, man. I think, what do I think about Bronny James? Should he be in the NBA or not? And Stephen A. Smith explained it perfectly.
I'm really, really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be towards LeBron James. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong.
Bingo.
Hey, y'all ever have a cousin like Stephen A. Smith that want to sit one of your family members down because they have bad breath and have a conversation? I'm really trying to be respectful. We got
your breath. It's a problem.
Use toothpaste.
It's a problem. You keep saying words that start with H.
Hey, you all vowels, all vowels.
It's unnecessary.
all the consonants.
Oh, man.
What all his words start with special case?
Start with H and P and S. And you're breathing in people's face.
He said,
stop it.
Oh, man.
Unforgivable.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy that people that stink won't be still?
Oh, my God. It's so true. So true.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man. There it is, man. That's my sports report.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour. What's happening? The hot spot. Brett, you know somebody that stink that won't be still.
Yes, and they always want to show you stuff on their phone, and you want. And it's like,
oh my God! They hug you, why they got to hug you over your shoulders?
Ooh, and then why was under their arm stay on your shirt? Ooh.
God.
Oh yeah, dog. Yeah.
I hate that. Then you be turning your shoulder like, what is that smell?
That one chick in the club that be dancing real hard don't ever have a ride home, dude. They be standing in front of the club.
You going toward the west side?
Oh my goodness! Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat.
So hard in the mirror. You think they got money? You think they got it all? They done turned the whole club out, and they all the car pulled off. They be standing in front of the club with their coat on.
On the phone calling people, ain't nobody answering. Every 2 seconds, she putting that phone down again, trying to call somebody.
Oh, go ahead, Brad.
Okay. This is the hot spot, y'all, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Now let's get off into it. BET's 106 and Park is reportedly making a comeback. Scott Mills, the president and CEO of BET, recently said a reboot of the show is in the works just in time for the 25th anniversary this year. He says that he understands that people love 106 and Park, and the fact that it may no longer work as a TV program doesn't mean they can't bring it back as a podcast with interactive digital experiences. 106 and Park first launched back in 2000 and became the go-to weeknight show for us to catch our favorite music videos and exclusive interviews with celebrities after school. The reimagined 106 and Park is expected to debut later this year. I don't know.
I think you can bring it back as a TV show.
As a TV show, right?
Right.
But I guess as a podcast, it would be just set up and look the same, and people would, because TV shows is kind of going out of style. So I guess it would be, it'd probably be the set like it was before of 106 and Park, and I guess if you want to tune in, it's like streaming or something.
Absolutely.
Maybe, because streaming is the new thing that's happening too. For real. That's the new TV. All right, y'all. You know what? It ain't going to be no time messing around with y'all for this last story. So I'm going to save it because I want to get into it, and it's a good story. Y'all stupid. How y'all doing? That's that H word. All right, y'all. For more information on those stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com.
That's a tough conversation, boy. That's a tough conversation. You know what I did with this chick, man. Her breath was hot.
No.
I just grabbed her hand and we started skipping. Said, "Let's go brush our teeth. Let's go brush our teeth."
Bye.